Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle. This is Kontour by Kyle, and today's tutorial is going to be a cruelty-free drugstore full face tutorial. Rolls off the tongue. I really wanted to do a full face tutorial using only drugstore products, but I also wanted to incorporate products that were only cruelty-free, or brands that are cruelty-free, I should say. When I got really into makeup about 10 months ago, I did a lot of research and found out just how many cosmetic brands still do tests on animals. And these are a lot of really big brands. So I slowly started switching all of my stuff over to brands that were cruelty-free. And it's something that's really important to me, and so I wanted to do a whole tutorial showcasing these brands. And again, like I said, these are all drugstore brands, so it's super inexpensive. I did this kind of fall look because it is September, and I really like how it came out. I really like that you can do really cool looks like this using products that are only a few dollars. So if you like this video, please be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and we will get started with this cruelty-free drugstore tutorial. So first for my brows, I'm going to be taking this Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit in the shade 01 Light. And it's a super cute kit. It comes with an angled brush, little tweezers, and then just a little shader brush. So I'm just mixing the Brow 1 and Brow 2 colors and just running that through my brows, making it look like I have an arch, and just making sure that my brows are the same color all the way through. And then I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with the highlight shade in that palette. And then to prime my eyes, I'm using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. And then I'm taking this big, huge palette from e.l.f. and I'm going to take this matte white shade and just put that all over my lid up to my brow bone to set that eyeshadow primer. Then I'm jumping into this light banana-y matte color, and I'm just going to run that through my crease as a transition shade. Next, I'm taking this light matte brown on, again, my Morphe E27 brush, and I'm just doing the same thing, just trying to build up that transition color. Next, I'm going in with a medium toned brown, and I'm taking my Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm just going to start packing this on my outer corner and then dragging it through my crease. And then I'm going to take this dark matte brown and do the exact same thing, pack it on my outer corners and then drag it through my crease. And then I'm going to take this matte black shade on my Morphe E36 pencil brush, and I'm just really going in and defining my outer V to give it some dimension. And then I'm going back with my Morphe E27 brush just to blend it out. And then I'm going to take a more detailed crease brush, and I'm using the Morphe M514 to again just keep packing that color on the outer corner. Then I'm going in with this gold shimmer color and my Wet n Wild shader brush, and I'm just going to pack that on my lid. And then I'm going into this shimmery, bronzy, mustard color and doing the same thing, just layering that on top. And then to intensify the shadow, I'm going to use my NYX Matte Setting Spray. And I'm just going to pack a lot of shadow onto my brush and then spray my brush with the setting powder and then just pack that all over my lid to intensify the color and make it look more foiled. And then I'm going to go in with my finger just to further blend it out, and then I'm going to go back in with both of the crease brushes I use just to further blend it out and make sure that there are no harsh lines. And then to make a wing, I'm using my Wet n Wild Megalength liquid eyeliner in the shade 861 Black, and I'm just doing a really simple wing, nothing crazy. I want this to be a very wearable look. You don't even have to add wings if you don't want to. but I just like showcasing all of the different products that drugstore brands have to offer. And then I'm just going to curl up my lashes and add some Wet n Wild Max Fanatic Cat Eye Mascara. And then to tightline, I'm going to be using my Nys Tres Jolie Black pencil liner in the shade Pitch Black. And then to waterline, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner in the shade Calling Your Buff. And then to prime my face, I'm going to be using the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I'm just using a really light coat of this and just putting it all over my face, making sure it's getting into my pores so that the foundation can layer on top nicely and last you all day. And then for foundation, I'm using my Wet n Wild Coverall Cream Foundation. And then I'm going to be going in with my Wet n Wild Highlighting and Concealing pen and just putting that underneath my eyes to conceal and highlight, going down the center of my nose, in between my eyebrows, and a little bit on the outers of my nose. And then to blend that into my face, I'm just going to be using a damp beauty blender. For setting powder, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mattifying Powder, and I'm just going to be putting this all over the places that I just concealed. And then for powder contouring, I'm using my Wet n Wild Contouring Palette, and I'm using my Morphe E59 brush, and I'm just carving out my cheekbones, and then I'm going on the outers of my forehead, down my jawline, and a little bit on my neck. And then to clean up that contour, I'm using my Milani face powder in the shade 02 Light Medium. And I'm just taking this on the back of my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going over any places that maybe got a little bit too dark. And then with my Wet n Wild powder brush, I'm just wiping away all of the excess powder. And then we're going to go into blush. I'm using the Milani Baked Blush in the shade 05 Luminoso. This is my favorite blush right now. It's just so pretty. I'm using this with my e.l.f. blush brush, just really lightly on the apples of my cheeks and then blending backwards. And then for highlighting, I'm using my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating palette. And I'm going to be taking this outer shade, it's a little bit more gold. And then I'm going to be using my Morphe M510 brush and putting that on the tops of my cheeks, down my nose, and on my cupid's bow. And then I'm also going to be taking this same shade on a pencil brush, my Morphe E36, and putting it in the inner corners. And then I'm just going back in with the medium and dark matte browns that I used for my crease, and I'm just running this along my lower lash line. And then I'm also going to be taking the coppery shade that I used for my lid and just putting that on like the inner third of my lower lash line. And then for my lower lashes, I'm using my Wet n Wild Megalength mascara. And then to line my lips, I'm using my Wet n Wild Color Icon lip liner in the shade 712 Willow. And I'm just putting this all over my lips, making sure I rub them together so I get everywhere filled in. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be using my Milani lipstick in the shade 70 Cabaret Blend, which is this gorgeous dark red. And then to set my whole face, I'm using my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray to make sure that my makeup stays on all day. And that completes this look. I hope you guys liked it. Be sure to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next video.